burnout. In a moment of nervousness, I yelled out the window, asking if anyone knew what was happening. No answer, but, in the distance, I heard the sound of a door opening. And then another. Suddenly, all over the block, several doors slowly began to open. People emerged from their homes, but they didn't speak, they didn't interact. They just walked silently into the street, looking up at nothing, as if they were waiting for something to fall from the sky. There was Mr. Larkin, standing in the middle of the street, still with that empty expression. The lady from 104 was beside him, with her dog, which was now lying motionless, eyes open. The teenager was there too. No one moved anymore. I stood there, watching, my heart pounding. And then, as if they'd received an invisible command, they all went back inside at the same time. I closed the curtains, turned off the lights, and sat on the kitchen floor. Something was happening, and it wasn't just a simple alert. No one seemed scared, and that's what bothered me the most. It was as if they had accepted a new rule, a new logic. And I was the only one who still hadn't figured out what it was. I woke up the next day with a strange feeling in my body. It wasn't pain or tiredness, but a kind of weight on my shoulders, as if the air was denser, the ceiling seemed lower. The silence was no longer strange, it was the new normal. I got out of bed with difficulty, drank some coffee that tasted like paper, and went to the door. When I tried to turn the doorknob, it wouldn't budge. I tried again. Harder, nothing. It was locked from the outside. This made no sense. There was no lock on the outside of the door. At least, not that I knew of. I pushed, banged, forced. Nothing gave way. I went to the living room window and tried to open it, but I noticed the glass was different. It didn't reflect properly. It was as if a film had been glued to the outside. I grabbed a hammer from the cabinet and hit it hard. The glass cracked, then broke, and a cold wind rushed through the opening. But the air, it had a strange smell. It wasn't pollution or mold. It was sweet, almost perfumed, but artificial. A smell that made everything seem to clean, as if the world had been forcibly sanitized. I looked out through the cracks and saw the mailman. He walked slowly, with regular steps, carrying nothing in his hands. He passed the mailboxes, but didn't put anything in any of them.